Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to my Throwback Thursday Sasquatch video. Todd Standing and Natasha out in the wilderness alone with excellent, amazing, fantastic live interactions. Watch this episode, you're going to love it. This is part 2 of an amazing, incredible expedition that's going to show you what it's actually like to be boots on the ground, outdoor in the wild, backcountry wilderness in the middle of nowhere with Todd Standing. Enjoy.
Masters of civilization, my people, sure could learn a lot from the masters of the wilderness, which is who they are.
There's no way that you got sight of a Sasquatch in those areas with those tree breaks, with those tracks, getting those apples taken, with those sounds, all these things.
And there's certainly a place for them to survive within this ecology. There's plenty of room for them, plenty of food. How much berries have we seen that are never going to get eaten today?
A lot.
Right? So there's a tremendous amount of sustenance out here. Hell, you weren't here this morning. There was a family of grouse. We went into the bush to look for Sasquatch and there was 20 grouse there.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I could have just walked up to them and snapped their necks in the bush.
Yeah.
They won't fly. You know, they sit there petrified in fear. You know? So, are you convinced Sasquatch is real?
Yeah.
Yeah? How convinced are you? What percentage?
Like out of 100 or
Yeah,
like 9 out of 10 or
Out of
like
100.
99.999.
Oh my goodness. And then when you see one,
Oh, I'll be 100% when I see one.
right? So we gotta, and we had a sighting this morning. So after a sighting this morning, a very special expeditioner came out, a very, very special connected man. And it became obvious to me when he had his success like he did. I actually can't wait for them to come around with her. I'm gonna get her to go up in front. I'll stay right beside her, but I'm gonna get her to go up in front. I'm gonna get her to talk really nice to them. Say hi, introduce herself. What a nice name, Natasha. Hi, it's Natasha. Are you over there? Hi. See, I know I sound a little gay. Whatever. When it comes, believe me, you know what? I don't care how masculine, how big and tough. You could be Brock Lesnar, 300 pounds of beast. When a 900-pound giant primate comes around you, you better be nice or he's going to put you in your place real fast.
Or the ground.
Or the ground, right? So there is, and you even do that with gorillas. You know, 400-pound gorillas. A 400-pound gorilla versus a 400-pound man, the man is going to get torn to shreds. The gorilla is dramatically, significantly, multiplications stronger. So, and that's what we're dealing with, a cold weather primate that's twice as strong as a gorilla. There's the joke, don't mess with Sasquatch. I don't mess with Sasquatch, but she's
I'm
going
gonna
to.
mess with Sasquatch.
You're gonna go be nice to Sasquatch, and you're gonna. Can you talk to me like, okay? Imagine I'm a Sasquatch. I want you to talk really nice to me. So I'm out there and I'm going. What do you do?
Please stop.
Oh, if it scares you, tell them. See,
Please don't do that. That's really scary.
Yes, and then you know what happened when a previous colleague of mine did that? So he comes crashing through the bush right before Jeff Meldrum saw a Sasquatch in my documentary. The woman that was out there talking to him, she got scared when she said, that was very scary. Could you please be nicer? You know what he did? He started rubbing a branch. He was going, you could hear the gentleness. He stepped, boom. Instead of boom, he stepped gently. And then she said, thank you. And then she introduced herself. Hi, my name is
Natasha.
And
nice to meet you.
Yes, I came here to see you. Talk to them. Mm-hmm. Be as gentle and as loving and as nurturing as you can possibly be, and they will respond immensely. They'll get shy. You'll hear them blushing, literally in the forest. And I'm telling you because I've seen this on multiple occasions. I take out really nice, gentle women like her, gentle women, and they're really nice. And I tell you, the Sasquatch, they come in smashing, crashing, bashing, and you hear them just be nice after. I hear sounds like this. Because they're rubbing their feet on a tree branch, or they'll shake a branch gently. That's a nice sound, because compared to crash, smash, and when you hear that, I mean, you know this big giant aggressive primate is making a branch do like that, what are you going to say? Oh, that sounds very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? So, and you just keep getting more, and then I'm going to have her step towards them. And the super exciting thing that Natasha doesn't know yet is, in my experience, these guys, they don't back away. So we're going to keep moving forward till Natasha's legs give out and she falls down, which happened last time. Right before Jeff Meldrum saw Sasquatch, the woman that I was out with, she was out there interacting for about 15 minutes. Her legs started shaking. I could see it, I was behind her. And she turned around and she said, Todd, I can't do this anymore. And she literally collapsed on me. And I took her over back to the chair, and Jeff Meldrum stood up and said, what do I do? I said, go look for that Sasquatch. And he went out there and he saw it. He saw it come right out of the woods where we heard it and walk right across that section. That's what happened in discovering Bigfoot. That was the full story that you didn't get. So, and that's what, oh, we want Natasha to do that. I kind of feel like an asshole for what I have to do to her, but what else do we do with the discovery, right? So I'm willing to do whatever it takes to move forward, and I have no intention of sacrificing her. I have no intention of letting her get harmed. But the truth is, honestly, if a Sasquatch comes up to you, grabs you, smashes me out of the way,
I'm done, yeah.
I can't shoot him because we'll both die. There's multiple Sasquatch around, so they come up and they see this beautiful young woman, and they latch onto her and run away. Nobody's gonna believe me. I can go tell search and rescue. I can tell the police. They're going to say, you're a crazy man. I'm probably going to end up in goddamn jail because they think I did something. Except when they come and check the grounds, there'll be big giant tracks. There'll be signs of Sasquatch everywhere. And they'll do what they want with you. So.
And I got to really talk nice to them.
Yeah.
Can you please bring me back? Like, I don't like this. I
Home.
want to go home.
Home, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows? We'll see what happens.
It's okay.
It's very slippery.
Apparently. I don't have suction cups to my feet.
Yeah. Because you made a note of something that I thought was really cool too. You said cute.
Tree?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Well, it's broken as if they're trying to mimic this one, which is super cute. But it's bent underneath it.
What does that tell you? That it was probably broken first?
Reinforcement?
Well,
Maybe.
In my opinion.
Or, yeah, because it could have been broken and then stepped on when the other one broke this one.
Mm-hmm. She thought this was cute because this is a little tiny Sasquatch tree break. And I agree. And I told her little guys do like their daddies. This little one made me think that this big one was a tree break. And see, this is the trail she's on. And it's right over.
Rebellious.
You really got to be, in a coma to walk past this. And remember I said that...
Well, I stepped on top of it.
She did. But that's a Sasquatch tree break. It's corroborated by the other one that I saw down further. It's the same height. It's about 1.5 feet off the ground. It's the same thickness of tree. And then the little tree break right above it. So after... I told you this was a Sasquatch tree break when we came down. After you've seen the corroborating evidence, do you lean more towards this likely being a Sasquatch tree break?
Yes.
And if a Sasquatch broke that, and this is a trail that people are coming down, you've seen ribbons, signs of people that are years and years old.
Trapping it.
But what do you...
them to stay out.
Are you sure?
Well, I would imagine they... I have always heard if a tree is down in your path, don't go past because it's... Well, I've always heard it's bad luck or it's dangerous. So, there you go.
Huh. Who knew that she had some oral history in her family? That's pretty impressive. And I'm in total agreement with her. Think about how intelligent these beings are. They're trying to communicate with us, and nobody gets this. Like I've never met a trapper or a hunter who, like good trappers, good, awesome hunters, like people that see signs and understand the terrain, and they'll walk down this trail and go, "Wah-dee-dee-dee-da, no big deal. Oh, hey, that's over." And they'll even come and they'll saw this off, drop it on the ground, and then next year there'll be another one right beside it, and they'll saw it off and drop it down. Next year there's another one right beside it. I've seen this. Years, like
That's
10
wild.
years worth of, holy crap, would you please don't come down this trail.
Yeah, they don't want to hurt us.
Right? and then you would think, another thing too is, we did go down this trail. I would go down this trail with her. I would spend 5 nights out here. No fear, because they're not saying, don't come down here, I'm going to hurt you. They're saying, can you please just, it's like a little sign to say, hey guys, like, can we have this spot? You got all those other spots. Can you give us this one? You're really not welcome here. But they don't do anything to enforce that. And,
Yeah, because there's blue ribbon and yellow ribbon all over the trees and stuff in there. There's wire from trappers and stuff. So obviously there's lots of other woods here.
Yeah. So this is maybe something that people don't talk about a lot. So when you go out all day, we're in a spot where nobody will ever see this spot. This is 10 people in the world have maybe ever been here. And you have no success. No tree breaks, no tracks. This happens a lot. So I guess she's having some success. But you know, you spend weeks and days and months of time, not wasted, but just out here doing the best you can, trying to find some good evidence. And it's hard, it's tough, it's perseverance, and but I mean, it's not a hard life. It's beautiful out here in the mountains, and loving nature is very important to what I do. Otherwise, why do it if you don't love nature? If you don't love nature, stay away from Sasquatch, because they sure do. What are y'all excited about? What do you see down there?
Elk tracks?
Yeah. Show it to me.
Right here.
It's beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Do you like elk?
Yeah, when they frolic, they're very pretty.
Frolic.
Yeah, frolic.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Natasha.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Can
it's a
you?
nice, beautiful day.
It is. You like the sun?
I love the sun.
How was last night?
It was good. We had Sasquatch or something threw rocks at the window and scared the life out of me while I was trying to sleep. And then there was more knocking on the sides of the trailer with stuff being thrown. So that was something.
Right.
Just threw the sleeping bag over my head and I was like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep now.
So, is it okay if I ask you, this is a big, huge cavern here we're walking down today. Can I get you to make a Sasquatch call of some kind? Can I get you to try to talk to the Sasquatch?
Right now?
Yeah, like a yell, a nice call to tell him we're coming into this valley here. Are you uncomfortable with that?
No, I just wasn't expecting it right this second.
Right, well, I want to put you under pressure.
Woo! I heard an echo over there.
Yeah, that was a nice echo. So where we are right now, you can see this is a very abandoned road. There's our truck. You cannot drive a truck through. You need a crazy 4x4 to get through, and you might damage it because this creek bed has done some serious damage to this road, and they won't fix it. There's no bridge here because they're not logging here anymore, and they haven't logged here in about 15 years, I would say. So we're going down this old abandoned road into this beautiful mountainous area, and I'm gonna keep our eyes open for elk and bear and Bigfoot. By the way, hi, it's me. I was filming this the whole time, didn't know that, did you? So she did really well last night. I was concerned about her ability to withstand the cold. She needs to get Iceman toughen up, and we're gonna work on that. So, and she's very agreeable to it. I think it'll give her some serious health because her hands get cold and her feet get cold. And that's where we start Iceman training, is with the hands and feet. So we'll start doing that with her over the next few weeks. But she's tough. She was brave. She had no fear. Like, we were out in serious bear country, mountain lion country. She was really well raised by her father, and she has her father taught her to, do the rabbit hunting and taught her to be comfortable and feel safe in the wilderness. So and she's very unusually comfortable and safe in the wilderness, and I say very unusually. She just loves it. She feels at home. And then we got her into the -40 sleeping bag, and she was warm as toast. So she didn't wake me up at all complaining about her being cold like I asked her to do. And so this is only our second day together. I feel like I've known her for a couple years. So we're really, we're clicking really good. She's funny and goofy, and it really, the way the Sasquatch came around, even last night, we heard them
Calling and whistling.
Yeah, it was whistling. I can't remember I don't think I've ever heard them whistle. I whistle like I do a red-tailed hawk whistle. Sometimes I do it better than others, but they don't whistle back to me, and I just feel like they got excited. We heard multiple directions by the fire. She got a little nervous, which is great. She was reacting. Knowing that somebody is brave and comfortable in the wilderness, and you see them get nervous, she's aware of the reality of what she's into, neck deep. She's like, I don't know what that sound is. That doesn't make, that's, even we heard like a crying sound, like a human kind of crying sound. But I'm more convinced the Jeff Meldrum sound, as I'll call it, the Sasquatch making the sawweed owl sound. We heard that. I heard that with Stefan. And then she heard some breaks. So we haven't explored around the campsite. We had some...
Yeah, there was a lot of cracks and stuff going on last night.
Yeah, so we'll go look for brand new breaks.
After the rock at the window.
Yeah, and that's so exciting because nothing throws rocks. And honestly, like, be really honest. What are the odds that a human being was around last night?
Oh, 0.
Like, not even 1 in a million?
No.
There's,
There's nobody out here.
Right? So where we were, there's no freaking human beings. There's no trucks. There's no vehicles. If you were to hike out there,
no, the chances of finding where we were is still way, way, way.
People come through that area. Maybe.
And who throws rocks at trailers?
Yeah, like a Sasquatch. And this has been substantiated. Last year they were throwing acorns, but that was like a...
That was a pebble hitting the window right
Clack!
where my head was, and it was so scary.
Yeah, it was really cool. So it's very exciting for me because they like her, and I'm not surprised. So she's very bubbly and goofy, and I had her doing little walking on logs and having fun and playing. And I've been really, I'm very goofy and funny. And that's, again, I don't know if I talked about this yesterday, but you control the kind of interactions you're going to have with anybody. You go into any situation, angry, hostile, you're going to get that back. So we go in goofy, funny, smiling, have a good time. And even that rock, that might have scared you. But that's just, hey, we're over here. If they wanted to hurt you, they could throw a goddamn boulder at that trailer and cave it in and kill us.
Yeah.
Flip that thing over. So when they throw that, could they have thrown a smaller
tiny
pebble? You know what I mean?
Pebble, no, probably
They couldn't
not.
have thrown a smaller pebble. It didn't do any damage. It just made a loud clack, and that's just play to me. The sounds are play. Did you feel ever like, bah?
No.
Right? It wasn't scary.
It was just startling. It was like we were getting ready to go to sleep, and I'm just laying there, and all of a sudden there's this like knocking by my head, and I was like, oh my god, all I'm gonna do now is like look and see eyes coming in, and that was my biggest fear. I'm like, I really don't want to see eyes, so I cover it up.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's kind of, I give her some credit for, I don't really want to, actually I do want a Sasquatch to come around when I'm sleeping and see us. This is my time for anything. This is day 1 for her. Give her a little slack. Once she's been out here for weeks and weeks battling to make this discovery, she'll open up to whatever the F it takes to have that success, have that Sasquatch come around. So she has no desperation at all right now. She's green out here, and she saw tracks, she saw tree breaks yesterday. She walked in a track.
Well, we heard different calls last night too. Like there was like, say, one over there, and then there was one behind us, and they sounded completely different. Like I thought that one kind of sounded female because it was way more high pitched than the one that was coming from that direction. And then you heard one over there at the exact same time I heard one over there, and it was like really weird. So
yeah, and again, this is all what happens there. If you look at my movie, when the one threw the log at me, it was one that was in front of me, one that was making sound to my right, and the other one threw the log at me. They triangulate, they move in groups, they're coordinated. It's continuously happening. I'm out here working with there's a tribe of them, a troop of them, a family of them, and they come around in that group. And it's even, I see a 14-inch and a 13-inch and a 12-inch track with a 16-inch track. Like, I'm seeing family, and family, brothers, sisters, love each other. They stick together. Let's go have some fun. We're not hunting today. We're gonna go mess with these dumbasses that are out here for us. And they know damn well, we go around the tree breaks, we go on the structures, we look at the tracks. They know we're here for them. We call to them. So I'm gonna make my call that I feel really represents me really well. She's nice and dainty and gentle. No, I think I got it. Woo! I got more echoes than you did. Yes? Oh, she's competitive, this one. Did you see that? She's not happy. I got 2 more echoes than her. But that's really, there's 2 reasons I make that sound. It's because that's the loudest thing I can do, and they could be far away. I want them to hear that. And the second reason, and most important reason, is I think it really represents me. I think if a Sasquatch hears that sound, he's going to go, oh, that's that crazy, fun guy. It doesn't sound adversarial. It doesn't sound aggressive. It just sounds fun, and it represents who I am. I want my teachers to come out and have fun with me, and kind of, because I'm in my infancy. You could be the best tracker in the world, and you're light years behind what these guys are capable of. So I come out here humbly, knowing that I am an excellent white tracker, a civilized tracker, but to them, I have a lot to learn. And so I come out here as a student humbly, hoping they'll come and play with me and teach me though. They'll see me, they'll go, look how cute he is. Look, he's trying to do that and he doesn't get it. And they'll teach me stuff. And I've really learned a lot from the Sasquatch, a tremendous amount. And we got to be like that. Animals, bears, deer, they're brilliant, incredible, highly designed, highly evolved species. We learn so much. Radar is from bats. Mosquitoes that drive you nuts and are crazy, those are needles we learned from mosquitoes jabbing them into our bodies, right? So try to appreciate the positivity that comes from nature, all the stuff that we learn from it. And the Sasquatch is mind-blowing, all the stuff we have to learn from it. So very excited. I don't know, maybe. So I just got pretty stoked, I'm not gonna lie. Guess who's here? Because we were just down this trail how many days ago?
2 days ago.
And there's nobody. Do you think there's somebody coming down this road?
No.
Like, what are the chances somebody came down this road?
0.00001.
No hell no. Like, we were back kilometers away where nobody ever comes. Now we're on a road, nobody ever goes down. On a trail, nobody's been down for a decade. And we were just here 2 days ago. And look who's been watching us. That is a Sasquatch tree break. There are going to be tracks around here. You know why that tree break's here?
Because we walked down here?
Because we walked down here.
And we walked past the other one that they told us not to, so they're like,
right?
Stop them at the beginning now.
Boom! Like, I'm stoked big time. Like, so a Sasquatch put his hand on this tree and broke this. A Sasquatch just had his hand on here in the last couple days. A Sasquatch's body was up against these branches. I'm gonna get a little romantic because a Sasquatch walked in this general vicinity. And I'm looking for proof of it. And this ground is hard. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, this, you know, I even imagine we walk out, we get in the truck, we drive away, and a Sasquatch walks out, snaps the tree. Like, even my expeditioner here, what are the odds you think a Sasquatch did that?
Oh, well, it wasn't a human.
Okay, so if I totally agree. Was not a human. Do you think a bear did that?
No.
Do you think squirrels are out here in groups?
Yeah, it was a squirrel.
So I know I'm being a little strange, but so what do you think did a tree break, like I've been training you about tree breaks, about Sasquatch tree breaks, right over the freaking trail?
Sasquatch.
So a Sasquatch put his hand on here and was touching this within the last 48 hours. Do you agree? Mm-hmm. I would even say he
probably 36 hours.
Yeah, and he probably came out here right after us.
You should have checked this yesterday.
Like when we were in this area. Oh my God.
Yeah, look how green it is.
Like, that's green. This is fresh. This is what I get really excited about, because this is a Sasquatch tree break made for me, and I've been showing her those. Mm-hmm. And now this little brat can come out here in 2 or 3 years when this is all, even she can come out here next year and all the leaves are all red. She goes, that was made for me. And then she'll come out here in 5 years and this will be all brown and this will be all, like, the bark will be all coming off. You know what she's gonna say? That was made for me. I did that. It was, I went out there. So we're gonna have her drink lots of water today. She's gonna pee. And this is 100%, a Sasquatch has been aware of us. A Sasquatch has been coming around 100%. Mm-hmm. Like 100.0%. No doubt in my mind. This is, if you can get this kind of interaction going on, if this happens to you, you should be very freaking excited. You know, even to break that tree It's, oh man, it's nice. And the fact that it's ribboned, I think that's significant to me too. He's like, okay, you jerks are back here. This is, oh man, that's such a nice tree break, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like, and when you're out here, she knows it hasn't been crazy windy where it would snap that like that, and break over the trail. What would substantiate this? Yeah. Say that again.
I said, yeah, the one tree.
Yeah. So, and then also down the trail further, we found more tree breaks that were from years past. This is my new go-to spot up here. This is hot. This is on fire. There might be a Sasquatch listening to me right now. In fact, I go, woo! It's very, very likely a Sasquatch just heard me and went, that bugger? I'm gonna make bigger breaks for him next time. So, are you a little excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
What are you feeling inside of you?
Well, I just want to see one now.
Okay, so we're gonna walk down a trail.
Yeah.
The Sasquatch walk down. You can walk past this. The most elusive, incredible, amazing being in the whole planet, in my opinion, walked and touched this and went through here. And you know what? He smelled you. He was in the bush. He probably walked up. He saw you. Oh yeah. Imagine being off through the trees and he sees you walk past and you're talking. That happened. Mm-hmm. So.
Don't come back again.
Not a little, very exciting. If it even means that, indeed, I don't know. But it's pretty freaking exciting. So, wow. Never gonna get a track in here. This is
way too hard.
Yeah, the ground is like rock hard. I could, you know what? I could get down here and hunker down here and spend 2 hours. I'd find some proof of tracks. It would just take a lot of time, and I'm really not interested. What's this?
Well, it could even be like, hey, I'm aware that you're here.
Yeah, if you guys came down that trail, or be aware that I'm here. You know. Mm-hmm. So it's so great that we got to come back and see this. Mm-hmm. I'm so freaking stoked. So let's go see if we can have a daytime sighting of the most elusive, incredible creature. And I'd say I'd give us the odds of the Sasquatch being here today and listening to us and hearing us are good. You know, even more than 30%, 1 in 3. So based on my experience, so I'm very excited. High five! Yeah! Woo! Get crazy with your call. Crazy.
Like, you mean loud?
Loud, just volume up where it's almost hoarse on you.
Not loud enough? Or...
That was my favorite call ever.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that was like, you were very female in that, which is pretty profound. That last little, oh, was very female. That's what I want you to do, right?
Okay.
So I'm up with Natasha. This was her last night, only 4 days, 4 nights. So this is my
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
This is my last hour with Natasha. She's been here 4 days, 4 nights. Rocks thrown, Sasquatch sounds, the chirps that Meldrum heard before he saw Sasquatch. The tree break was really significant. And yeah, so it's been good. I love the tree break. We're going into where Darren saw the Sasquatch the day Natasha came. Just checking it out, having a look around. I'm happy that we had, something happen a few times. I think we're both pretty convinced that squirrels aren't throwing rocks at the trailer. How would you describe the rock throw? Was it like what did it hit on the trailer?
The window, right next to my head.
Okay, so to throw that rock and hit the window, I mean, it has to have a serious straight trajectory.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So bear can't throw like that.
No.
Right? So, and I know people are going to say silly things like, oh, it's a person. When we do these interviews, you are never going to hear a car or a person talking in the background or nothing. You might hear an airplane go overhead, because this is the airplanes, the jets that go from Calgary to Kelowna to Vancouver fly over us. So we have that once in a while. But this is remote, hella, nowhere, wilderness. My God, no people. Ever. I never have to be quiet because there's a truck going by, because there's never a truck. How many trucks have gone by here?
0.
How many people have you seen around here?
Just us.
So, it's completely remote. So, but I don't know, it's been good. She got to walk in some tracks and, there was the rain yesterday though. like I told her, I was really excited, but if it rains, they don't come around, and weather will kick your ass. That's the reality of what I do out here. And it was pretty hard rain, where if you're a Sasquatch,
poured.
what's that?
It poured.
Yeah, for how long do you think?
10-15 minutes.
Yeah, so I think that's just enough to deter them. So we still had hope. I said there was a 20% chance something would still happen, but didn't get it. So I'm just going to keep a note of that. I'm noting now for the record that when it rains, and it rains hard, even for as short as 10 minutes, 20 minutes, the odds of Sasquatch coming around now are, I said 20% yesterday, I'm going to go down to 15% at this point. So Darren was, you can see where our vehicle's parked. Darren was over in that approximate direction, and he saw the Sasquatch over behind these trees over here. Gonna leave that there. I haven't taken you here yet?
Nope.
I feel like I have.
Nope. We walked past it the morning that it happened, but...
Okay, so where was that track? So the Sasquatch was somewhere back over here. Anyways, and I can see the track already. It's right there. Tell me you can't see that track. It looks more profound now that it's some weather has hit it, and now that it's 4 days old. When it's fresh, it's still kind of green. What happens is the ground will show damage. Like if I break this tree, I snap it, it looks good until a few weeks from now it starts to look like it's dead. Grass will look dead, and the terrain will start to look dead really fast. So, and I'm seeing that this track is, oh my God, you can like see the toes in there. So you can see how, so my foot's back on the heel, and that's compressed, and I can see toe marks. Look at that, that's a big toe, another toe, another toe, another toe. Like, come and have a look, Natasha. Like, that's a good size print.
Oh yeah, you can see the toes really easily.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. So look at that shape. I mean, that looks, those Sasquatch tracking casts you've seen. I mean, it's that wide shape. It's a heavy footprint.
Yeah.
So super, super cool. Have a look, put your foot in there and feel for the toes and all that stuff.
Well, I can see where the toes are.
Yeah. So somebody sees a big black dark figure in here. He sees it move like a Sasquatch moves. And then I come in here and I see the smoking gun of a track. So I need 3 things to point to a fact, but in my opinion, a sighting is almost as good as 2. Well, actually, there's 3 things. So first, he saw the Sasquatch. It's so important that it moved like a Sasquatch. What it did was it moved really slowly away back into the forest. When you saw that Darren saw him, he moved. So that's 2, and then 3 is a track. So he saw Sasquatch. A Sasquatch was here. How does it feel to be walking around where there was a Sasquatch?
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So, and you'll see more, like you'll see the Darren interview and stuff probably in the show. I think the episode will consist of you and Darren.
Okay.
So how Darren had the sighting, Darren had to go, and then you took over. And do you have to pee or anything?
No.
Right.
Sorry.
So what are your thoughts about what you've seen here and what you've experienced?
It's really cool. I wish I could have actually seen a Sasquatch, but so far what I've experienced has been life-changing and super cool, and I'm excited to come back again.
That's my Throwback Thursday video. I'm live every Wednesday. My Sasquatch Sunday video is coming up in a few days. Don't miss that. And people are always asking me for more excerpts, more testimony. So I'm going to play a little more of what Natasha had to say. I conducted an interview with her on the last day that I had her, so I'm going to let that play out right now. And yeah, lots of great stuff coming. This is going to be the best year. That was back in 2020. I did that with Natasha. 2021 was amazing, and 2022 is it's time, guys. We're going to make this discovery happen. It's coming. It's going to get facilitated. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you for the next video. Take care until then.
After spending several days in the wilderness with Todd Standing, I think he's really cool and extremely knowledgeable. Todd brought me out here to explore and see if I can become empathic with the Sasquatch and really connect with them and have a full-on face-to-face experience. It was a little bit alarming when Todd mentioned that they have had Sasquatch come up and look into the window, because I am laying where there's a window right behind me, one right there, and a huge one where my feet are. So I was like, all I could picture is just looking out and seeing eyes stare at me, and that would be extremely scary. First thing, like, look up over my sleeping bag and see big eyeballs at me. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna hide again. I locked the door of the trailer just as like self-security for myself, even though there's no one around. I know no one's gonna break in, and if a Sasquatch wanted to get in, it could just rip the whole door off. But like, just peace of mind in order for me to sleep. I was like, well, this little tiny lock will be okay. I feel like, because I was born and raised in Newfoundland, that I do have a side of me, especially since I'm from such a small town. I feel like I have a side of me that is connected to the wilderness, and I feel safe out here and connected. All the smells are so familiar. Like, I just feel like I'm home out here. So, I mean, yes, I'm half city, but then I'm also wilderness. I can do both.